This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
Party like it's Friday, everybody. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Mark Thompson here for Tim Conway Jr. You know what happens at 5:05. It is the Whip.
Stop and wait a sec.
Go back through it.
What's at 5:05? Whip.
This is the 505 News Whip.
5:05 Whip.
All right. Each and every member of the Tim Conway Jr. family has an offering. We spin the wheel to see who will be first today. And it comes up on Sharon Bellio.
So seeing flashing blue and red lights in your rearview mirror is stressful enough, but depending on where you live, the real hit comes later on your insurance bill.
Oh, my God. It's like you're reading my mail.
Am I right? So a new study by Bankrate shows just how much your location affects insurance premiums after a speeding ticket. Get this, it's not always the states with the highest premiums that see the biggest rate hikes. For example, New York has the highest average full coverage premium, over $4,100, but only bumps rates 7% after a ticket. Meanwhile, North Carolina, drivers pay about $2,000 a year, but one speeding ticket can spike that by nearly 50%. North Carolina uses a state-controlled penalty system called the Safe Driver Incentive Plan, going just 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. That's a 40% hike. Getting caught racing, that's a 340% increase. Other states with steep rate hikes are California, Wyoming, and Massachusetts. On the lower end, you have Hawaii, Vermont, and New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think of maybe my high insurance rate. I haven't had a ticket in forever, but I just did get that ticket. Remember driving back from the desert in that tennis tournament?
Yeah.
I told you guys about it. And that might be it. And the guy said, well, it looks like you're eligible for traffic school. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to traffic school. I'm just going to pay the ticket.
Maybe you should go.
Yeah, now can I go back and open it up again and pay and take traffic school after I've already paid it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think
can
that
we get some people
closed.
researching that, please?
I'll get on it.
Anyway, thank you for that. That's wild. So where are we? New York is number one. New York is the most expensive.
They have like high average full coverage premiums, but their rates that they increase after a ticket are not high. No.
I see. Interesting.
So it's California, Wyoming, and Massachusetts are on the higher rate heights, and Hawaii, Vermont, New Jersey lower it. So maybe go to Hawaii or Vermont.
Well, that might be the most radical suggestion I've heard, but thank you. And we're just brainstorming. There are no bad ideas.
No bad ideas.
Stafoosh, how about you? What can you offer us in the news whip?
Let's do it. Costco. We all love Costco. Just added a sweet and savory breakfast dish to their stores. Perhaps one of the most popular examples of this flavor profile deploy.
But I love it. You can just tell he's ad-libbing it. He's not reading it at all. You can just tell.
And he's so sweet and savory in his reading.
He is.
With deft and laser precision is none other than the mouth-watering mashup of chicken and waffles.
Delish.
Oh, there you go.
Again, it's we're not sure where it came from, but sources say Dickie Wells of Harlem's Wells Supper Club. But one thing we're sure of is that it's a match made in heaven.
And it's at Costco now, you're saying?
It's going to be at Costco.
In their food court? Or you're saying, I'm unclear on where I can get it.
It's going to be, no, it's going to be, it's going to be in their stores.
Oh, they'll sell it.
Yeah.
Chicken and waffles will be sold as a package.
As a package.
Oh, wow. In their stores. Huh. That's wild. Yeah. How about you, Angel Martinez?
Well, if you're getting that body and beach shape ready for summer.
Sweet and savory.
Hey, I was improving that. You should see what it really says.
I liked it.
You might want to skip the ice bath. There's a new study from Bankrate University that shows cold plunges.
Wait.
Right
What
now.
University?
Mascret.
Mascret
University.
Oh, Crozier, that was your safety school, wasn't it? Yeah. Go ahead.
That's my backup school.
Mascret? I think you mentioned that to me once. Yeah.
Mascret shows that the cold plunges right after lifting weights can actually reduce muscle growth. Now, researchers found that the icy water around 30 degrees Fahrenheit significantly cuts blood flow and protein absorption in muscles, both crucial for recovery and growth.
So by taking the cold plunges, you're saying you're actually hurting your ability to build muscle.
Yeah, you're absolutely reducing the protein absorption.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would
blood
that be
flow and
Maastricht?
then plunged that one leg into cold water. And then the cold-treated leg showed a lower protein uptake for hours afterwards.
No, that is interesting. I guess you will find the cold plunge at Maastricht. They're doing experiments there on it.
Mm-hmm.
So bottom line, cold plunge useful, I guess, in some ways. People, I see
just
Joe,
one leg though.
But yeah, just one leg at a time.
I mean, it's good for toughening your mind, but it could be cooling down your gains.
Oh, I love it. Well done. That's Angel Martinez. Now to special correspondent Michael Crozier.
And here's a number story which you always love about people's money. A legal fight is going on over Jimmy Buffett's $275 million estate as his wife tries to get full control of the trust. Jane Buffett says the co-trustee of the trust, Rick Mosenter, is acting against her best interests in mismanaging the trust, which pays her about $2 million a year. His law firm is paid about $1.7 million a year to oversee the trust. She says when Jimmy Buffett died in 2023 from cancer, she asked Mosenter how much money she could get. But she says she was stonewalled by him for over a year. He says he did not include any future money from the company, including the margarita chain of restaurants, merch, and themed hotels, in his analysis of future income. And he eventually told her to consider adjustments to her lifestyle or sell her own assets to make up the difference.
Wow.
In fact, she's responding basically to him because he filed a petition over the weekend to remove her as co-trustee and representative of the estate.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. So the trust basically is saying, see you later, Mrs. Margaritaville. Now this is our thing that we're running.
And she's trying to do the same thing.
Man, that's wild. That's a big story in Parrot is it parrot heads or what do they call it?
For the parrot heads?
Yeah, for the parrot heads. That's a big story. And finally, I must tell you, the news is in. Whether it's smoking or edibles, marijuana, bad for your heart, they say. It's a new study from UC San Francisco researchers. Chronic cannabis use. What is exactly chronic use? Is it daily would be chronic or every other day?
I would say at minimum.
Daily.
Daily, yeah.
Daily, yeah.
Minimum. Probably more than that.
I was going to say.
Wake and bake and, knock you out at night.
Well, they found that people who regularly use marijuana in either form, edibles or smoking it, had reduced blood vessel function that was comparable to tobacco smokers. Vascular function, of course, in those who used cannabis by either means reduced by half compared to those who did not use it at all. And, of course, decreased vascular function is associated with greater risk of heart attack, hypertension, cardiovascular conditions of all sorts. They did the study. This is the only hope, potheads. The only hope, 55 people were involved in the study from October of 2021 to August of 2024. So, it's a 3-year study, but, it's not a ton of people. That's what I mean when I say it's your only hope. They did say that they were outwardly healthy and either regularly smoked marijuana or consumed edibles containing THC regularly. So, they didn't use any form of nicotine, and they're saying that the effects on the cardiovascular system, the same, edibles or smoking the stuff. That is your whip. When we come back, developments in Altadena. In the wake of the devastating Eaton Fire, some changes. They may not all be good, though.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
Altadena and the Eaton Fire victims. So many heartbreaking stories in that entire region. And now it's about building back, although it's not clear that a lot of building is going to go on. It's not clear who's returning. There's a lot in the way of questions around everything with the Eaton Fire and Altadena when it comes to selling, the real estate market, and how the future of Altadena generally is being viewed. And I say this in particular reference to developers who are buying up a lot of the available lots and homes that have been burning, that have been lost essentially to the burning. Altadena not for sale is the sign that you will find if you cruise through that area now. And that slogan is really a sign of the resistance toward outside money coming in, toward developers coming in who have no stake, no emotional stake in the area. But the summer real estate market is getting heated up. And Altadena is for sale. And in fact, a lot of these lots are being sold at a pretty good clip. There are 145 burned lots that have sold so far, and 100 are listed right now. Dozens more are in escrow. And there's no way to know who every buyer is, but it does appear that, they're limited liability, corporations, they're trusts. And so there are a lot of ways you can hide the identity of a buyer. But local sources are saying that developers are buying most of these lots. In the Palisades, 60 lots have sold since the fire, and 180 are sitting on the market. And some of those are sitting on the market for months. The 250 lots sold and listed so far in Altadena, only a small fraction of 6,000 homes lost in the Eaton Fire. But again, we're getting into the real estate season. The market is probably going to really begin to pick up in an even bigger way. Each month has seen an increase in sales and listings, apparently. And local real estate agents say that the only thing keeping more from selling right now is just the process of fire victims navigating insurance claims and, essentially making the decision as to whether or not they're going to stay or whether they're going to rebuild. Rebuilding is a long process. And so that can be pretty daunting to people who are trying to decide on what the future will be. And people are saying, hey, if I could rebuild it quickly, I would. But I'm not sure where we're going to be in a year or 2 years. I'm not sure what the community is going to look like. One person says, I always love Altadena, but I don't have the resources for a rebuild that could take a half a decade. So who does have the resources? Of course, developers. So with all of these lots hitting the market at once, demand has been steady. Lots are selling fast. To the first 4 months of the year, the median property in Altadena spent 19 days on the market. That compares with 35 days over that same stretch last year. So you can see there is demand. Many of these lots have sold for as little as $330,000. Some for as much as $1.8 million. Most go for somewhere between $500,000 and $700,000. The first lot to hit the market listed for $449,000. Sold for $100,000 over the asking price. It was an all-cash deal. Everybody in Altadena thought they were going to rebuild, said an Altadena resident. But a lot of the time, it just doesn't make sense to rebuild. We want to keep things local, but unfortunately, Altadena is for sale, said one real estate agent. And, you know, Altadena really is a community with deep roots, and that's one of the heartbreaking aspects to that loss. Of the sales so far, around half of the burned properties have sold to buyers that have only purchased one. But half have sold to buyers purchasing multiple lots. And when they've sold to people with multiple, or buyers, I won't say people because I think they're, consortiums and developers. When they've sold to buyers purchasing multiple lots, those are developers. So again, it's about half and half based on inventory sold so far. Black Lion Properties, Iron Rings Altadena, Ocean Development Inc., NP Altadena. These are all companies that have come in, development companies, to scoop up these lots and to start building. And a lot of the locals, and again, community with deep roots, are saying in one way or another, they're expressing an anxiety about what the community is going to be like after they rebuild. Once these developers come in, will the community have the same charm? Will it have the same sense of history? I mean, maybe not literally the history, but there were, craftsman homes and colonial revival homes and English Tudor homes. I mean, Altadena was a special place. And so all of that history and all that specialness can be lost as the realities of developers buying these places up and building them back, as those realities, become clearer. And I have to say this to be fair to developers. I mean, they're building back the community quickly. Isn't that what you want? I mean, so on some level, I'm sure developers would say, hey, we're seeing an opportunity for us to make these purchases from buyers who cannot afford or don't want to go through the process of building back. We're buying these lots and we're going to build this community back. And it won't be exactly as it was, but it might be something good. But, folks worry about gentrification, about, pushing out a lot of the people who've historically been there, the community that was there. Can they be back once this germination process of what's going to happen, once the growing process, once the evolution of what's happening there actually, comes together? So, in other words, could you build the same homes back that burned? Sure, you could in some instances, but developers have their own plans. I think potentially, to try to look optimistically at it, that this community could build back quickly, but they will need developers to do it. And that is a pact with the devil, some might say. But I think vilifying those developers, always looking at them as opportunists, that may not be fair to what they have planned. Certainly, they're business people, so that there's opportunity there. And sadly, opportunity out of tragedy is a hard thing to get your arms around. I mean, the tragedy of loss is still lingering. So That's just a state of the state right now as to what's going on in Altadena, and it is emotionally a confusing situation. And as I say, as a practical matter, it's a confusing situation for those who are still facing the insurance process and the process of trying to recover and even decide on what they're going to do for the future. When we come back, we'll follow up on a breaking news story of yesterday that was full of all sorts of conflicting information, but we'll settle it out for you today.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
We're just talking about the rebuilding effort in Altadena and the developers and those who've lived there for so many years and some of the impediments to getting it done and some of the ways in which it's just going to be a different place when they get it all built back. And I was just seeing this, that as they continue to clean up debris in Altadena 5 months after the Eaton Fire, homeowners are still struggling to get rebuilding permits. It's still taking a long time to get the rebuilding permitting done. There are still a handful of damaged structures, lots that has to be sifted through, right? Twisted metal, dust, soot. It's a mess. Homeowners who opted out of the U.S. Army Corps clearing program, or businesses that do not qualify for that program, were supposed to have filed debris removal permits by June 1st. And apparently, everything is behind schedule. We're going to try to continue to work with them through the month of June to get those permits in place, said the Deputy Director, Luis Ramirez, from the L.A. County Department of Public Works, but it's slow. They're going to, for many who have, tried to pull permits, they're looking for the end of the month to be the goal. The Army Corps declared last week that 90% of the properties in Altadena that opted for using the Army Corps of Engineers anyway are well on their way, and they're well ahead of schedule. And by the way, 90%, only 10% of the residents who were affected by fire, that is to say, needed cleanup, only 10% decided to do it on their own or didn't qualify for the Army Corps help. Anyway, this is a problem because there is so much in the way of application. There's so much in the way of permitting, and I guess they're behind. The LA County website noting that 4 building permits were approved in the Eaton Fire burn neighborhood, and only 14 properties were reported to have received that permitting a month later. That's only 10 more, right? 600 applications are still classified under the received category, but they haven't been acted on. I mean, that's a lot of people waiting for the permit. All we heard about was how we're going to fast-track all of this. As of today, 21 building permits were issued with a 42-day average turnaround time. The goal is 30 days. So it's taken about 6 weeks to get that green light for permitting. It's a long process, but, you know, an important process. And if we want that great historic community to be built back, we've got to pedal pretty hard to greenlight all that permitting. You know, yesterday at this time in Campbell Hall in Studio City, there was a serious, literally deadly situation going on. We thought there had been a fatality. Then they said there wasn't a fatality. And then they said there was, it seemed like someone, maybe a student of the school, was in critical condition. And the information was really sparse, and there was a lot of speculation around it. Well, now there is some clarity.
Some families, they were too distraught to attend that grief counseling session that was held earlier today inside the gymnasium of the school here inside Campbell Hall. This was from 10 to noon. A lot of parents did attend this, but there were others who did not. And this was, of course, after yesterday's tragedy involving that teen who was hit here. When families arrived to pick up their students yesterday, one parent with a daughter here at Campbell Hall contacted KTLA. Now, she did not attend the grief counseling session, but she said she's still so distraught after yesterday's tragedy, the death of that 15-year-old student. Well, police are calling a freak accident that happened when families arrived here at the end of the day to pick up the students here. This was in the back parking lot of the school.
And that is the news of today. That in the clarity of this situation, we know now that one student lost their life in this bizarre crash in the parking lot at Campbell School.
Well, that 9th grader was walking toward his dad's car in between vehicles that were lined up, and that's when officials say the driver of a Rivian may have accidentally hit the teen by stepping on the accelerator instead of the brake of the SUV. Many people who witnessed this accident were just stunned by what they were seeing. It was very, very crowded at the time, we're told. That parent I spoke with earlier this afternoon, she wants to remain anonymous, but she said parents send their kids to school. That schools are supposed to be safe environments, but added that usually there's so much congestion at the end of the day inside that packed parking lot. You have cars coming in, you have cars trying to exit, and then you have all of these students trying to find their parents. A chaotic scene, she says, each day. And she said that there was something that really concerned her yesterday. She said the person who usually handles all of the traffic flow in that back parking lot was not there, that person in charge of directing traffic. And so she's not surprised by what happened, but again, still so distraught over the loss of this teen. Here's more from officials on exactly what happened.
And unfortunately, the vehicle that the student walked in between moved forward. We haven't determined why at this moment. And the student was in between two vehicles, transported to Children's Hospital and pronounced deceased at scene at the hospital.
That's just beyond tragic. A 9th grader. This is a prestigious private school. They're wrapping up for the year, where they have like another week of school there. And there is a kind of frenzy for anybody who's ever picked up kids at school. You know this. There's sort of like a running around. But to be fair, there's usually an order to the frenzy. And I guess in this case, and maybe this is a critical thing, that the person who's usually assigned to the lot to try to maintain an order was not there.
And Campbell Hall representatives emailed parents saying that their hearts and thoughts are with the victim's family and that their entire school community will be there for all of them in the challenging days and weeks ahead.
It's going to be incredibly challenging. So classes and finals canceled. The campus will be open for grieving parents, students, and teachers to gather from 10 to noon, as you heard. And this will be something that I think will be very hard for this community to digest, and they're going to have to figure out another way to do this. This is sadly the way a lot of changes begin to occur, and how a different system may have to be put in place to avoid this kind of thing. But that is the word. Yesterday at this time, we just weren't sure what was going on, and now our worst fears for what happened have been realized. Beat all the time.
Always does.
Yeah. But apparently he's resting, and hopefully he'll be back tomorrow.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Hoping to have Tim back tomorrow. I am coming off of my YouTube show, which is also on iHeartRadio and on the iHeartRadio app and across Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all the rest, called The Mark Thompson Show. A lot of politics and news and stuff like that. Great to spend time at KFI. I love it here. It's like the home court, and this show is just magic with everybody who's involved in the show. And it, speaking of...
Oh, babe.
Well,
so cute. Thank you.
Well, it's true.
So cute.
Warms my heart to be around the KFI family. So I don't think everybody, but I think some of the KFI Conway family does have a thing for Nintendo, and the Nintendo Switch 2 release, huge. Once again, demand perhaps outpacing supply.
3, 2, 1. Overnight, video game fans lining up for hours for the release of the highly anticipated Nintendo Switch 2. Some lining up for days, even months.
Hey y'all, it's your boy Chicken Dog. It's day 60, waiting for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Wow, that is a guy with too much time on his hands.
Lots of time.
Some people lining up for even months.
Hey y'all, it's your boy Chicken Dog. It's day 60.
It's your boy Chicken Dog? Is that his name?
Chicken Dog.
Huh?
Hey y'all, it's your boy Chicken Dog.
Yeah, Chicken
it's
Dog.
Day 60, waiting for the Nintendo Switch 2.
60.
Never felt more unemployed in my life, but it's good timing, I guess.
The hype for the new video game console was Donkey Kong size. Pre-orders sold out in minutes back in April. Those who couldn't snag one then were happy to wait in line to get their hands on the new tech. The Switch 2 packs a sharper screen, better graphics, and a new feature, allowing gamers to chat with friends with the push of a button. And launching with the Switch, Mario Kart World. The classic series now allows 24 players to race each other all at once.
Oh, that's the key, I think, right? That they've now put together the community of gamers, and you're able to do everything that I see with people wearing headsets, smack talking each other, whatever. Now you can do that all in portable form. Was that not the case before? I mean, I feel like in this crew,
We have an expert here,
Not
Tony.
necessarily.
Tony Sorrentino knows all about.
Oh, Tony, what was the story there? You couldn't before on a mobile app. You couldn't speak.
Nintendo has always been behind on that stuff, so they never implemented like chat and all those things like voice talking and stuff like that. Well, like you had to do it with your cell phone to the side.
I see.
So this is the first time they've even integrated it into the console finally, but it has a camera too on it now with the like you can get a camera and stuff.
But were other gaming companies and other they're kind of they were already
and
there.
Xbox and PC have been doing this for years.
Nailed it.
Yeah, and Xbox is beginning of like that. The chat of like trash talking and all that stuff.
Well, that's what I'm sort of used to seeing. But they're going to do this on a mobile device, or this
no,
is gonna,
it's on the console. Well, the console, Nintendo's the Switch is almost really a portable device in the first place.
It's like an iPad almost.
Yeah.
I see.
The NVIDIA Shield, if you want to go really where it all came from, but yeah.
Wow, Tony knows though. He's at the granular evolution of a Nintendo Switch.
With the push of a button. And launching with the Switch, Mario Kart World. The classic series now allows 24 players to race each other all at once.
Hey, Tony, is Donkey Kong still a thing? Nintendo's, weren't they?
There's a new Donkey Kong is coming, I think, in July or 2 months, I think, is the new Donkey Kong game. It's going to be like a 3D world Donkey Kong.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I played it already.
Remind me to tell you the Donkey Kong story here after we finish with this. It's not bad. I got a special hotline to call when I got hung up on it because at the time I'd mentioned Donkey Kong on Good Day LA. So I'll get to that in just a second.
Nice. It's really fun being out here talking to these people.
It didn't end well.
It's really fun being out here talking to these people. School's out. I've got nothing else to do.
The console retails for $449.99.
Wow.
And some new games, including Mario Kart, will cost a whopping $80. But those prices aren't likely to keep gamers away. Nintendo is expecting to sell 15 million Switch 2s over the next year.
God. Here's a tip. Some stores like Costco and GameStop have set aside limited stock for in-person purchases. And if you're lucky, you might be able to snag one. Sites like eBay have the Switch 2 being sold for almost $800.
Wow. Good luck if you've got one. Congratulations. I guess there's a lot of demand. It's expensive, though. Man. I was on Good Day LA, and I mentioned that I was way into Donkey Kong, which is true. At the time, I was crazy into Donkey Kong. And the Nintendo is Nintendo, right? That Donkey Kong is Nintendo. And
yes, sir.
What was it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. They sent me that and a Mario Brothers and a bunch of stuff they sent to the house. And I just got way into Donkey Kong. For example, I went on a ski vacation and I never left and I love skiing, okay? I never left the room. I was so into Donkey Kong. It was crazy. I mean, it was just an obsession. And I might have been playing, 13 hours a day. And I kept, getting better and better and better. And they have all these levels. But this one level I was frustrated with. And they had sent me an old school letter with the package that had all of the games and the console. And that old school letter was there in the box. And the letter said, if you ever need help with Donkey Kong or Mario Brothers or anything else, call this number.
Yeah.
And we'd be happy to help you. And they gave me like a guy's name, like Jose will pick up and you'll be able to sell.
What year was this?
Oh, man. It might have been the 90s. It was the 90s.
It has to be.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Because that's when they had that helpline.
Yeah, the Nintendo helpline, yeah.
Yeah. So, I get frustrated. I can't get past this one level. I get to that one level with all these extra lives. I'm really crushing it in the levels to that point. So I call the number, and the guy says, oh, yeah, well, what you do is when you see the killer bees, you jump off the bees onto whatever thing that it is. You press the A and you pull the trigger, whatever it was. I said, okay, great. So I get to that level again. I press the A, I pull the trigger, and still I die. In Nintendo, I die over and over and over again. All these extra lives, I can't get past this level. So I call the number again, the special hotline number they've given me, and I talk to Jose again. And I say, hey, listen, And it was the same guy. And I said, I'm doing what you're telling me, which is the pressing the A and pulling the trigger in Nintendo. And I'm still dying. I can't get past this. And he said, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to press the A and pull the trigger, and you're going to be able to leap to that next level. I said, man, this is really frustrating. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm doing this over days, and I can't get through it. Because just to get to this level takes a long time, and I want to get there with all those extra lives, and then the game's over for me. And then I said, but I have to think that this is close to the end. Like, I'm getting close to the top level because I've been at it for so long. And he said, dude, you're just about halfway through. I said, what? Yeah. Halfway through?
That sounds about right.
I'm crushing with all these lives. You can't, this is insane. And then I asked him, I said, honestly, are there like fifth graders that are just blasting past? He said, yeah, man. They're like 11-year-olds who are just scorching you past you in this game.
Wait, so did you plug it into like a TV when you were skiing?
Yeah, I plugged into the TV.
Wow, that's so funny.
I brought cables. I brought all the stuff. It was crazy. My girlfriend just couldn't. She's like, I can't believe this. You're not going out at all?
So she just left and skied, and then you were in the room playing Donkey Kong.
And you had a girlfriend, huh?
But let me tell you what I did. I went to the living room. I got the Nintendo system. I pulled it out of the TV. I wrapped up the cables. I put it in the closet, and I never touched it again because I was so bummed that
you're so frustrated.
I felt almost depressed. Like I put all that time in. I'm only halfway through, and then there's some 11-year-old kid in Reseda who is rocking it.
Like a gambler that never gambles again.
Like I just realized that I can't beat the game. Exactly. It became so clear to me.
So Sorrentino will tell you how here at KFI in the middle of the night when we all used to work here, he used to bring game consoles in. I had one, and we would plug them in and play them all night long.
Play Soul Calibur all night.
While we were, doing stuff on the air.
I love it. I just love it. That's what all-night shift should be. That's really great. Oh, too good. Well, good luck with it, Tony.
I'll get one soon enough.
Yeah, that's right on. All right. That's the Nintendo Switch 2 coming to a household near you soon. Thompson for Conway on KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.